Hi YouTube, it's Sandra. Just giving you a little bit of update. So I finally went to the fertility specialist today. It was my first visit and kind of conflicted about how it went. It could have been good. It could have been not so good. Not really sure. The good thing about it is that I've done a lot of research on um, trying to conceive over the age of 40 before I went to the doctor. So I kind of knew what to expect and I kind of knew what he was going to be more focused on. I was kind of hoping that he was willing to work with me and my own eggs before resorting right to the donor egg. But after consulting with him, he was saying even if I had eggs that were fertilized, because of my age, the chance of having a miscarriage was very high. And even if I carried the baby, the chances of the baby having Down syndrome was very high. So that kind of bothered me a little bit because I was hoping that he can find a way to make it where we can at least try and see what happens. But um, I should have known because prior to going to him, my insurance company sent me a list of the doctors that they would pay for me to go. And I read the success rates on all of these doctors, and none of them have a success rate of impregnating a woman over 40 years old, especially using her own eggs. I guess those that are able to do it probably be best to do it, try to do it naturally instead of going through the fertility, because you can end up spending a lot of money going to these doctors and the outcome may not be what you want it to be, and then you be out of a lot of money. So he was basically frank with me and just told me, I'm going to get paid regardless. It's up to you. So it was a long trip coming home when I left the doctor. And I kind of decided that I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the donor. He did assure me that as long as I am healthy to carry the baby, because he's going to have me to do a full physical and he's going to have me to do a stress test to make sure that my heart is able to handle labor. And if that is fine, then we're going to move forward with the donor. And he assured me that a donor in vitro will work the first time. And I'm hoping that he's right about this, that it should work the first time. So today he did a lot of blood work on me. He didn't really go into details as to what are these blood work. I just know it has to do with checking my ovaries and other stuff. I had a vaginal ultrasound. They wanted to just look at the uterus, and she said the uterus, from the ultrasound perspective, looked fine. And they looked at my ovaries. They said, the ovaries looked fine. There was no cyst or anything in there. I had, a lot of eggs up in there. They did see the eggs. So what he's going to do next is a hysterosalpingogram, which I have that scheduled for next week. And I guess that's to check to see if my tubes are open. I'm not really quite sure what's the use of the hysterosalpingogram. Well, they can also look more deeper into your uterus with the hysterosalpingogram, because I know that's how some people find out if they have fibroids or polyps. You do a hysterosalpingogram. So we're going to do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to be looking for my donor, because I'm not going to use their donor because their prices are way too high. But I know just the person to go to. So stay in touch and you'll find out soon. Bye.